Welcome to week 6. We have completed half of the course, and I hope that you feel accomplished and that you've picked up a number of tools you can use in your future classroom. Let's go over the assignments for week 6. So by Wednesday, you need to view the materials on the ePortfolios and then complete ePortfolio Part 1. And then in our textbook, which you can see here, you need to do the individual section, which is called Book Club Section 1, Part 1, which is reading chapters 1 through 2 and looking at a number of questions regarding those chapters. So ePortfolio Part 1, we're going to be using Digication. That is required by the university for this assignment that you use Digication. So I have information on how to use Digication on Blackboard. You're going to create 4 sections. Those are the what normally would be called pages, and they're the areas that go across the top of the tab. So the big areas are sections. And you can call these what you want to call them, but they should cover these topics. So there should be a professional section, a personal introduction, a link to your WordPress blog, and an Education 407 portfolio section. All right, let's look at Blackboard for the first part of the week. So we are in Unit 4, Week 6, ePortfolios. Okay, so again, here's a list of the first part of the week, which you're going to need. This is a folder with all the materials on ePortfolios. So what is an ePortfolio? Tips for a compelling ePortfolio, an ePortfolio in classroom, and then how Google Sites could be used for ePortfolio. So those are some materials about it. And then these are the Digication support materials. So how to log into your Digication account, and then a number of Digication tutorials, and then a link out to the Digication help desk, which has a lot of really good information to help you. Here's the assignment for ePortfolio Part 1. So you can see you need to log into your Digication site, create a new Digication site. If you already have one for another ULV class, you have the option to build onto that site instead of creating a new one. And then by Wednesday, I want you to create the 4 sections, and you can choose the names that you want for that. So you're going to do that by Wednesday, basically the skeleton of your ePortfolio, and then submit the URL in the right submission box of this assignment. Okay, so right here, write submission, and then paste your URL and submit. And then for Book Club Section 1, Part 1, you're going to read chapters 1 through 2, and then complete the Your Turn, Start with the Big Picture on page 31. And all of this should be done in the Team Google Doc that you set up at the beginning of the semester. So everybody's work will be in the same place. For the second part of the week, you're going to do the ePortfolio Part 2, so finish the ePortfolio. Then you're going to do the ePortfolio blog by Friday, and then comment on your classmates' blog posts by Tuesday. And then by Sunday, you need to meet with your book club group on Slack and just discuss chapters 1 and 2 of the textbook. For ePortfolio Part 2, again in those 4 sections, and then you need to have a quote, a professional statement or a pedagogy, picture of yourself, and then artifacts from 407. Then you have the option to include a contact form in there, and at some point in your portfolio you should be embedding a YouTube video. Okay, for the second part of the week in Blackboard, we've got the assignments here. Okay, you've got a blog on ePortfolio. And then this is step 2, ePortfolio. You're going to finish it. So you're going to go back in, add a quote, professional statement, an image of yourself, and then artifacts from 407. And you have the option of including a contact module. And then you will submit the URL to the right submission box when you are finished. That's how I'll know that you're ready. Please remember to publish all your pages. It does not automatically publish it, and so I will not be able to see your materials unless you press publish. And then for book club section 1, part 2, this week you're just really going to meet with your group. Okay, I would suggest just meeting with them on Slack and look at the websites on page 54 to 56 and have a conversation regarding the web pages that are there. Okay, and then afterwards you can add additional information to these questions on your book club Google Doc. Okay. And that is week 6. If you have any questions, the fastest way to get me is to message me on Slack or to send me an email. Hope you have a fantastic